we really took our time to study what New Orleans was and the people involved, and it was a no-brainer for us.
Yeah. So we'll say touchdown, A-Chain. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
We're at New Orleans Saints Media Day, when the team creates much of the content fans will see throughout the season, from player videos shown on the Superdome Jumbotron to footage used by television partners including Fox, CBS, and ESPN. Nearly 90 Saints players rotate through 17 different production stations, filming, posing, and recording content for the season ahead. We're especially grateful to the Saints organization for inviting the Mark Romig Show to be part of it and giving us this behind-the-scenes access. I'm excited, so let's get started. We have, ladies and gentlemen, with us Travis Etienne. Travis, I cannot wait to see you on the field this year. You excited?
Oh, yes, sir. I can't wait to be on the field this year.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you on that field. Now, you're used to being a national champion, right? Clemson?
Yes, sir.
What was that like? Tell us about that year.
That year, it was an amazing year. I feel like that year, was a testament just to all the hard work and the foundation that Coach Sweeney set before us. Yeah. And it kind of just showed me that the hard work never goes unnoticed. And if you do things the right way, if you build a foundation, you can sustain that throughout any level of sports.
Yeah, and you're bringing that experience as well as the enthusiasm. Obviously, You've got a lot of passion here to the Saints. What do you sense about this year now going into this first year for you?
What I sense, I just sense a lot of hunger from everyone around me, and I feel like it starts with Tyler. I feel like he's hungry. They say hungry dogs run faster. And I feel like when you got a leader who wants it, it's easiest to get around that. And I feel like we're here to make his job easier. So he's going to lead us, and we're ready to get behind him with whatever.
Yeah. So talk to us about your preparation now. We're about a month or so, a little bit more than a month away from training camp. So what are you doing now to keep preparing yourself for play?
For me, this year's going to be a little different. I'm definitely going to stay out here and try to get used to the sun. So for me, I'm just trying to do a lot of running, a lot of building my stamina up.
Yeah.
Just outside, you got a bunch of levees around here, so just trying to hit those and just kind of work on cardio, because I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing with this weather and with training camp coming ahead. So I got to be ready and be able to withstand that sun.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a great place to practice. The facilities here are second to none. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir. No, facilities are amazing, and I feel like and that's part of the reason I'm going to stay here, because they give us everything. We have everything we need here, so I don't need to go anywhere else try to train. So I'm gonna just train here, get my house ready for the season, and so that way when everything starts rolling around, I'm not still trying to make things happen. I already have everything done, have my foundation set, and it'll be smooth sailing for me.
Yeah. Can you speak to the meals that you get here?
No, the meals are amazing. The meals are wonderful. I feel like the meals are too good sometimes, Do you
have a favorite? You have a favorite dish?
My favorite dish, I would say the salmon. The salmon has been really great, but every Friday they have gumbo in there.
Oh, wow.
So I would say Fridays. I look forward to Fridays.
Is that a chicken or seafood?
Seafood.
Seafood gumbo.
Seafood. So I look forward to Fridays because of the seafood gumbo.
Yeah.
And they have some red beans too now. So we have some red beans in there. So we have everything. They give you everything. It's variety. You don't get tired of the food. They're always mixing and matching. It's just more so I got to just watch what I eat day-to-day basis.
Yes. In your case, are you trying to put weight on, or you're trying to what are you doing? What is your objective in your nutrition?
So no, definitely not trying to put weight on. I like to be lean and fast. So my objective is really just to be lean, cut, and watch what I eat. Not too many fats, not too many breads, just stuff like that, and watch what I put in my body. And this is more so it's just the amount more than what it is really. But I have to watch what it is too, because it's easy whenever you're at the facility and they're feeding you, but it's whenever you get away from the facility. And I got my mom down the road; she's cooking.
I was about to ask you, growing up in Jennings, I'm sure you ate very well in Jennings.
Oh yes, sir. I ate very well. I really didn't understand how much my diet, how important my diet was until I went off to college, and that's when I kind of understood, because it was a time where I came back from college. I want to say the first break I gained 10 pounds just from eating red beans and rice, crawfish. Just whatever my mom would cook, I'm putting my hands on it. So I had to learn that through time, and just also my body aging, getting older, and understanding how much the diet really helps cheat the other processes and things.
Yeah. So understand you've been to Parkway. You've got a favorite po' boy there?
I want to try the James Brown. So when I went, I didn't try the James Brown, but they told me to go back and try the James Brown. So I'm definitely going to put that on my to-do
All right.
list.
I'm sure Justin Kennedy is watching the show, the manager of Parkway, so I'm sure he'll have that ready for you when you get there.
Yes, sir. Now I need it.
Now tell us about, you've got a baby named Saint.
Yes, sir. I have a son named Saint.
And
he's
how old?
He's 1 year old. He turned 1 April 3rd, so he's like 15 months now.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's doing great. I was with him yesterday because he's still in Jacksonville right now. Hopefully they get here real soon. I'm still finishing up the crib and everything, but I feel like every day is very different. Just being a father, and whenever I call or FaceTime, he's finally starting to understand how to hold the phone, how to like yell at me through the phone or talk to me and stuff like that. So I feel like that's amazing. Then whenever I get to see him, I feel like he's always just growing.
Yeah,
he's always growing.
Inspiration behind the name Saint?
I feel like it was just a coincidence, honestly. So I actually named my son Saint before I even was even before free agency ever started. So whenever that kind of just tied into each other, it was kind of just I feel like it was meant to be, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful that it all happened that way.
Yeah. Well, Travis, we're going to be announcing your name correctly.
Yes, sir.
Etienne, Travis Etienne. But tell us, there were a lot of people who were going with the other pronunciation. What happened there? What was the emphasis of that?
It started when I left for college, my freshman year of college. I would say like that whole summer, really that whole first year, I would tell them how to pronounce my name the correct way. And I want to say it was like after a game, I kind of just got in. I ran like an 80-yard touchdown. And they was like, run Etienne. And then after that, it kind of just took off and nobody was hearing what I was saying no more, really.
So we'll say touchdown, Etienne. Does that
yes,
sound
sir.
good?
That sounds great.
All right, so we'll do that as often
It reminds me of the older days.
as we can.
Like I said, we'll do that a lot.
Thank you. Well, thank you for being with us today. I appreciate it, and we wish you all the best this coming season, and look forward to talking with you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with veteran offensive lineman David Edwards. New to the Saints, but not new to football. David, welcome. Good to see you.
Hey, great to see you. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's great to have you here at the media day for the New Orleans Saints. You are bringing a championship play to the New Orleans Saints. You were with the Los Angeles Rams, and then, of course, with the Buffalo Bills. What's it like being in New Orleans now? I mean, you've chosen New Orleans, which we deeply appreciate.
Yeah, it's been amazing. When we were going through the free agent process, really for the first time like this, New Orleans was a team that we circled. We were really excited about the potential of them being in the mix, and for them to be in the mix was a dream come true. So we're really excited. Yeah,
I was reading about your study of the Saints and the coaching staff and the sense of enthusiasm that came off of our last season. All that goes into your conversation about your decision, right?
Yeah, I think that one of the cool things that we did, my wife and I did, was we actually built like a spreadsheet and tried to like put numbers to certain things that we thought were important, and whether that was Buffalo, New Orleans, and other teams, and New Orleans was one. And so and that was coaching staff, roster, city, life for our kids, etc. So we really took our time to study what New Orleans was and the people involved, and it was a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, let's talk about the city for a moment. Your initial impressions of New Orleans. Our enthusiasm we have for the New Orleans Saints, the fan base here, that played into your decision.
Of course, yeah. The passion for the fans, and I've said this before, when you have a fan base that really is invested in the team and the organization, whether you're playing at home or on the road, it feels like you have the wind at your back when you're playing. And I definitely feel that, being here for such a short amount of time, the passion and the love that this city and these fans have for the team and the organization.
Well, we cannot wait for you to step onto that Superdome field for the first time and experience what we all know happens, that Caesars Superdome comes alive.
Yeah.
And you've probably heard about it.
Absolutely, I have.
Yeah. You made a decision recently that in the locker room you wanted to be next to a particular player. Can you give us what went into that decision?
Yeah. So when I signed here and was here for the first time, they give you the tour and you're wowed by the facilities and the practice field, the weight room, et cetera. But I was in the locker room and I noticed that Tyler Shough and Spencer Rattler had an open locker between them, and I just figured what a great way to try to get to know Tyler and all the other quarterbacks in a real organic, authentic way by just being in the locker room next to him. So that I asked if I could have that locker, and they said yeah.
Well, it's interesting because your job is to also protect that position. So being that close to the players that play that pivotal role, it makes sense. It just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I just felt like it was important that we all have, we all spend a ton of time together as an O-line or as a D-line or whatever the position group is, and to be able to connect with guys outside of your position group, specifically the quarterbacks, I think is really important. But it just builds a tighter knit group, tighter team, and I just think that leads to more success on the field by doing little things like that off.
Yeah. You mentioned the facilities in part of your understanding of why the Saints would be a good home for you. Maybe it's difficult to compare to what you experienced in L.A. or in Buffalo, but how do our facilities compare to other NFL facilities?
I think that the Saints have the best facilities of the teams that I've played on.
Really?
That's the Rams, that's Buffalo, even my college days at Wisconsin. So the really cool thing about being with the Saints is it's blown us away in all aspects. The city, the organization, the people within the organization, facilities, food, you name it. It's been tremendous, and my wife and I are so happy that we're here.
Yeah, you planted your flag here.
Planted the flag
You have
here.
A home here now.
That's right.
And you're going to raise your kids here as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
That's fantastic. They're going to know you as a player, the Saints fans. They'll be reading up through training camp and into the season. What do fans need to know about David Edwards as the person? Your interests, your what you do off the field.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that I would start with my wife and my kids, right? I've 4 kids. I have 3 daughters and a son, and those guys are my world, and invest a ton into who those guys are and my family. My interests outside of football, I'm pretty boring. I love football. I love my family. I love my faith. And the time that I spend outside of the building, away from those guys, I just try to pour into the guys in the locker room on the team.
Yeah.
And whether that's going to get food or hanging out at each other's houses, I just like spending time with, my family and friends.
Yeah, I have a sense that you're not going to be very boring this season. It's going to be very interesting. All right, so you're coming to New Orleans for the first time.
Yep.
I got to ask you, what was the first time you went into the French Quarter? Or have you jumped into the French Quarter yet?
First time we were there was probably the first weekend we were here. And when we were here and we signed and we were staying downtown and had the chance to kind of walk around and explore, we were really blown away again by the city and the architecture and the history and the restaurants and just the vibe, the music, all the stuff. There's so much energy and life in the city of New Orleans. It's really awesome.
Yeah, and you're going to find, too, as you raise your children here, there are lots of things to do for the kids. The Louisiana Children's Museum at City Park, the aquarium, the zoo, the streetcar, which is a great attraction in itself, particularly for young kids. So there'll be a lot of things that you'll be
We've gone to the zoo. and walked around. My kids loved it, so we're really excited to continue to explore.
Fantastic. Have you developed a favorite dish yet? I know you probably went through the crawfish peeling and understanding that mechanism.
Yeah.
But tell us about some of the dishes that you've enjoyed to eat.
It's a great question. I have, as I was thinking about it, because we talked about it before we started, I did have a bowl of gumbo on my first visit here, and it was phenomenal. Perfect amount of spice and flavoring. It was great. So I think that, I'm not I would say when I grew up, I wasn't a huge seafood guy being in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get into eating more seafood because it's so fresh down here. So
Yeah. David, final question. What do you hope the Saints fans see this year?
I hope that the Saints fans see a connected football team. I think that connection on and off the field leads to wins. Yeah. And so inevitably we're going to go through ups and downs. There's going to be moments we wish we had back, and there's going to be great moments. I hope that they see a team that believes and loves in each other and plays really hard for each other and for this city. And so what that means ultimately at the end of the year in terms of wins and losses, who knows? But we're going to play the right way. When we put on our film, our silent tape, you're going to see a team that plays the right way.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Edwards, we'll not wait to see you out there on the Superdome.
Can't wait to be out there.
And best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are very happy to have Jalen Polk with us. Jalen is playing wide receiver for us here at the Saints Media Day today. Thank you for taking some time with us.
Thank you.
All right, I got to ask you, you played at Washington. You also played with Michael Penix, right?
Right.
What was that like?
It was great. It was a great atmosphere, a great experience. We had a great run. Fell short in the Natty, but, our goal was to get there. We got there, but it was a great experience.
Playing wide receiver. You're now playing with the Saints. Tell us about playing inside the Caesars Superdome. What is it like to be on that field?
Man, we had a great experience. We had the opportunity to play UT there in the playoffs.
Right.
So just getting that full experience, being there. So it's like a full circle go around. And now having the opportunity to go back, just remember how electric it was. And now, watching the games, seeing the fans be super excited. They're in there turned up, and I'm excited to get in there and play.
Yeah, the Saints fans are probably the most passionate in the NFL. So, and they embrace the players. You feel that?
I feel it.
Yeah.
You feel that energy as soon as you walk in there.
Yeah. I got to ask you, as you get into this season, getting into training camp in a month or so, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking to go out there and compete with the guys. Gain those relationships, because that's what's most important, especially outside of the field.
Yeah.
And, camaraderie is most important. We're building this team, and we're building a lot of leaders. So when we go out there this season, it's going to show.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot about the enthusiasm. I mean, the fans feel it. We sense that the players feel it, and they have it. And you've got a quarterback that is going to be throwing to you. Tell us about your relationship with Tyler.
Man, Tyler is great. He can make every throw. A great person. A great guy, man. Great father as well. I'm a father myself, so just getting that experience and growing with him each and every day is pretty cool.
So talk to us about living in New Orleans. What are your impressions, and what are you looking forward to as far as raising a family here?
Man, I'm looking forward to it all. I'm from Texas, so I had the privilege of meeting a lot of people from Louisiana as well. I got a family that I call my family now, but they're truly friends. But they're from Lake Charles, so whenever I had the experience to meet them and gain that relationship with them, I know once I got here the type of relationships that I would have in Louisiana as well.
Yeah, the I-10 crowd. They get on the interstate and come on over to the games. It's going to be great to have in the stadium. So you're in New Orleans. You're enjoying it. I got to ask you a couple of questions about the food that you like the most. What's the one food item that you cannot live without now in New Orleans?
Redfish.
Redfish.
I had the opportunity to go on a couple charters, and you try fish here and there. You try fried catfish. You try this. You try that. I done had gumbo, po' boys, But when you go in that water and you get a fresh redfish,
Oh, wow.
and he grilled it up, and he put the lemon pepper with the garlic butter, and then, it
That's
don't
the way
get
to
no
do
better
it.
than that. It
That's
don't get no
the way to do it.
better
So
than
that's
that.
like a go-to meal.
Go-to.
All right. Do you remember the first time you visited the French Quarter? And what was it like?
The first time I visited the French Quarter was probably whenever we played in the playoffs. And
Oh, they let you out of the hotel?
Yeah, after the game, our family members were there and everything, so we had the experience to walk around and just enjoy that time. It was awesome.
That's great. So you have family coming to see you. You're going to spend a day kind of mapping out what they should do. What would you be telling them that they have to do while they're in New Orleans for that day?
See, me, I would have to give them some ideas from everybody else because, truth be told, I'm a homebody.
You stay at home?
I love to be at home.
Let somebody else do the tour guide work?
Yep. So I'll give them a food place here and there, but I'm super simple homebody.
But make sure that they go someplace where there's redfish, and then you'll join them.
And
right?
I got some in the freezer from my last charter, so I got them.
Did you do some bow fishing?
I did bowfish. I did a great job.
Oh, you did.
A great job.
What did you bring in?
I brought a couple gars. They call them gars.
Oh, those are crazy fish.
Yep. Missed a couple catfish, but man, we had a blast.
That is a terrific outing.
We had a blast.
And it's so good that the coach is bringing you all together to do these off the practice outings, huh?
Yep. It was awesome.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to having a good season. Talk to us about the locker room, how it feels right now.
Man, it feels energetic. Each and every day, guys don't get comfortable with coming in there. They don't get bored of coming in there. I think everybody's eager to come in there each and every day to get better. We're not getting comfortable. We're not getting complacent.
Yeah.
We're trying to find rooms to improve each and every day.
Can you talk about the food that you get served?
Man, you can go in there, you get anything you want pretty much. And I think that's pretty cool from a nutritional standpoint. A lot of guys are different. They eat kind of different, and it's important to find your way in order for you to make sure that you're taking care of your body. And I think they give that resource to us.
Yeah. We were talking about the facilities themselves, probably none better in the NFL.
Definitely. I think you should really take advantage of it, because a lot of places, you hear around the league, they might have this, but you come here and you got every resource that you need.
Yeah. That's great. Jalen, thank you so much for giving us some time today. I know it's a busy day for all of you, and we wish you so well as you get ready for training camp, and we'll see you on the field at the Caesars Superdome.
Yes, sir. Much love.
All right.
Appreciate it.
This gentleman spent 4 seasons in New Orleans, built his career in that other place, which we'll get to, and is now back in black and gold. Kaden Elliss joining us here on the Mark Romig Show. Caden, great to see you again.
Thanks for having me, Mark. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you being here. I know this is Saints Media Day, all the activity going on. Tell us, what is it like to go through this?
There's certain times there's a long line you got to wait, like you're at Cedar Point or Disney World. But for the most part, man, this is kind of what you grew up dreaming about. These are what the kids all on social media want to be, want to get to. You want to have this platform one day and get to have some fun, shining in some light over there and getting the crowd excited on game day. So it's a dream come true, and I'm thankful to be here.
That's great. Listen, when you learned you were coming back to New Orleans, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
It's just so rare to have happen, right? You don't hear that very often. Player somewhere for a while, leaves, especially to a rival, and then comes back. Like, as soon as, the calls were made, the agreements were made, the verbal handshake was done, in that tampering period, my wife and I were just so thankful, like really, really thankful and excited to be going back to a place we know, that we're familiarity with, and an organization that we know is so well run in a city that's just so hard to beat.
Yeah, when you think about your 3 years in Atlanta, what did you learn there that you're bringing back here to New Orleans?
Yeah, I'd say mostly like experience, right? Experience, and also leadership. That's got to be earned every single day. And but I had the opportunity to be captain there last year. I had an opportunity to start every game I played in over there. 17 games 3 years in a row. So just the the experience that I was able to gain on field and just as a man was invaluable, and I think that's probably the number one thing I'm bringing back.
Yeah, it's great to see that you're playing on the field, but you're doing some great things off the field. Can you talk about some of the philanthropy that you got involved in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was really cool. I got some cool organizations I was able to partner with. My family, I have 11 younger siblings. There's 12 of us total. So we have 5 biological and 7 adopted. So adoption's always been something near and dear to my heart. Something I pray, Lord willing, I'll me and my wife will be able to do here soon. Lord, but over in Atlanta, we were able to get involved with Georgia Kids Belong and Promise and some really cool organizations that help kids that are trying to be adopted, kids in foster care. And it was really special getting to take some of those kids out onto the field after games and donate to those organizations. There's some really special people running those things, and I'm very thankful to have had my time with them over there.
Yeah, let's talk about the last game of the season. You've had to study Tyler Shough as a member of the other team.
Yeah.
What did you learn about him in preparation, and what do you think we'll experience this year?
It was pretty cool. Now that I'm here, getting to look at it all in hindsight, because one of his first starts was against us over there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And you go into that game, you don't have much film on the rookie quarterback, but it doesn't matter. As a defense, when you play rookie quarterback, you say, we are going to hit this guy, we're going to make him scared, and we are going to make him cower, and that is what you do to rookie quarterbacks, right? It doesn't matter if you're the first overall pick or 7th rounder, Mr. Irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Like, we're coming after you. And we hit him a lot that game, but, when you're playing him, it never felt like he shied. It never felt like he turned from it. You could tell he's a rookie. You could tell he didn't have very many starts yet. But I remember getting ready for him the last game of the year, and obviously he had those games under his belt. I remember specifically watching his game against Tampa, when that rainy game, and I just think it's such an important thing for quarterbacks, especially now with all of them having all this athleticism. Who knows when to run? Who knows when to throw? You know what I mean? It sounds simple, but watching his decision making in that game was really impressive. And I remember us over in Atlanta getting ready for that game. I mean, there were conversations about this isn't like the same kid,
Wow.
He's not the same, he's not just some rookie quarterback right now. Like he's playing well. And then we got to that game, and he played well against us that last game. And, you can see the progression that happened throughout the year. And then coming here, obviously, like, you get your hopes up. You have conversations. There's belief in him outside the building. But then when you get here and I'm in the locker room, that's what's been most impressive to me about everything is the authentic belief that's in our quarterback. Because that's not something you can try really hard to fake it. You can try to force it, but you're going to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that locker room, you're going to know it's not forced. And so that let me know all last year he really earned it. And then what I saw on the field, his progression, that was true and authentic. And I'm really excited to team up with him.
Yeah, he was part of that enthusiasm that was building toward the end of the season, and you obviously feel that now that you're in the community, back in the community.
Definitely do. And I'm really excited to have him as my quarterback.
Yeah, the Saints fans remember players.
Yeah.
And what is it going to be like when they see you back in the black and gold? What is that going to mean to you? I know what it's going to mean to the Saints players and the Saints fans.
I'm so excited. Like, even just getting it on today, I was saying earlier, I wish there was a game tomorrow. I remember
we got enough guys here, we could have a game today.
We could. I remember my last game wearing it against the Panthers. I remember that last season so fondly, getting to go out there and make some plays, play alongside some of those guys. And, I remember my first game ever, too, playing against Houston Texans and watching Drew Brees march us down in the 2-minute. Willet's hitting the game winner. So I've already had a lot of memories that I'm very fond of in this jersey, and I'm just praying that the Lord allows me to make a lot more.
Oh, great. We wish you the best on that. Okay, a couple of questions about you being back in New Orleans. Favorite dish? A favorite food?
I might have to go dessert.
Okay, we'll go with dessert.
Bread pudding. I really like Francesca's by Katie's. It's pretty close to our house.
Yeah.
And we'll go over there. We'll hit the bread pudding. Sometimes we'll get the ooey gooey.
That's over on Harrison, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Harrison Avenue.
I got to get all the roads down again.
Francesca's, no,
I know how to get there, though. I promise you that.
That's very good. Okay, bread pudding at Francesca's. Do you remember the first time you visited the French Quarter?
I do. It was actually some really good friends. He's actually my financial advisor now. Friends, keep him close. But they are, I grew up with them, and the Lot's awesome people, and they came down, and they knew New Orleans really well, and my wife and I had never been, so they came, they took us everywhere, toured everything, went down. It was so fun. It was so cool to see just the culture, like how different it is, how cool it is, the authentic just passion that's living in the city.
Yeah. Gumbo, seafood or chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken gumbo.
Yeah, I'm a chicken. So I'm in one of the seafood capitals of the world. But in all honesty, I've never been a seafood guy. Right. My dad used to have to make me force me to eat it. My mom would make it. So if I can, I'll do chicken. But every now and then you can't help it. You got to do what you got to do.
But did you do crawfish?
I did.
You do crawfish.
I did do crawfish.
That's great.
I remember the first one was all the rookies. We had this huge event that was downtown. Brought all the rookies. And
is that Fred McAfee's crawfish?
It might have been, yeah. And they had to teach me when we did it.
Now you're a professional crawfish peeler.
I know. I'm how good some people are. I wouldn't say I'm professional, but I can make do.
Great. Final question. Your hopes for the season?
Super Bowl.
All right.
Super Bowl.
You heard that here. Okay.
Come on. That's the hopes, and that's the goal, and that's the dream, and now it's up to us to just work every day to make it happen.
Well, deeply appreciate you being with us. Best wishes as you head into the rest of the summer and into the season, and look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
All right. We are talking with Jonas Sanker. Jonas, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a big thing happening here at the Media Center, huh?
Yeah, a lot going on.
A lot going on. Listen, you're entering your second season. Tell me the difference between the first and second season for you. How does it feel? What are you looking for?
Yeah, really I've learned a lot. So being able to use all the experience I've kind of gained from that first season and just ultimately use that to help me, come out here and perform and do better this second season.
You've had some time to experience both the Saints organization and the city of New Orleans. The city loves you, and I know you're enjoying the city as well. What has surprised you most about the city and maybe the fans?
The fans are very, emotional is not the right word, but very passionate about the Saints. So I think that's ultimately what makes this place so special. Is just you can just feel and see the passion just every day. Even just kind of just walking around the city, just they love their Saints players. So I think that's really special and very rare.
Yeah, it's Saints fans have a way of adopting players, and you've been out in the community. Talk to us about how you have put yourself into the community, some of the things that you've done.
Yeah, even just some of the community service events over at the 18th Ward, just being able to see the impact that just the Saints as a whole have had on that community. And then I know I did a water project out there as well in the off season, I believe.
Yeah.
That was really good. Just being able to see, how much the kids enjoy just, getting to meet a Saints player and just, getting to do arts and crafts and little stuff like that. Or other events when we have the whole football camp thing in the indoor at the facility and just being able to just sign stuff for a lot of the kids, throw the football around with them. They had me doing a crawfish competition, which shouldn't have signed me up for because I don't got that much experience. But it's just
you would teach them how to peel, or
no? They had it was a race, so you had to peel the crawfish, and it was me and 3 fans versus another Saints player and 3 fans, and it came down to me and him, and he knew what he was doing. So I was like, man, I'm sorry for y'all. Y'all had me on your team.
I'm glad you mentioned 18th Ward. What Lowry Cruz is doing there is fantastic. I mean, and to see you as a mentor and a role model is important for the kids that he has involved in that program. So you get people coming into town, I'm sure, to visit. They're going to come to New Orleans because Jonas is here. What are the things you say? All right, when you come to the city, these are the things you have to do. What are you promoting?
Yeah, no, I got my 3 of my brothers coming down in 2 weeks, so. I'm gonna take them bow fishing because we did that as a team and that was a lot of fun. So we're gonna go bow fishing. Some other things. I was thinking about taking them on a swamp tour. That's a lot of fun, but that heat is just. Since I've already done it, it's
I was gonna say wait till the fall, but you can't do it in the fall because you're gonna be busy. But maybe the spring.
Yeah. Something else. I'm already kind of a stay-at-home kind of guy, so I don't really go out and do a whole lot. But there really is a lot to do just in terms of you kind of got to go out and explore and find out what you like, though. We're definitely going to do some, like, restaurant hopping and just, like, go try all these different food spots that I've been to. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That's great. Do you remember the first time you visited the French Quarter?
Yep.
Can you tell us about it?
First time, I want to say I was with my girlfriend and my mom, but my mom might not have been there. I remember because it makes a big difference if my mom was there or not, because, you know, she wants to go and look at all the old history and all, like, all that stuff. We definitely went to eat over there. We walked around a little bit. Kind of got to, like, feel – there was a lot going on at the time. Kind of got to feel the energy around Bourbon Street as well, like all the music going on. So,
yeah,
you definitely got a good feel of kind of what New Orleans was like the first time we saw that.
Yeah, well, speaking of good feels, you mentioned the fans being so passionate. Describe the first time you were on the field at the Caesars Superdome, and it was your first game. What's that sense that you picked up?
First reaction was I looked up. So it was warm-ups. I looked up and I was like, "Dang, these lights are bright! Like, golly, it's a bright stadium." But it was definitely the nicest stadium I've played inside when I first walked in there. Just indoor. I mean, even just being in the locker room, I was like, "Man, like, this is how y'all living?" Like, but just being able to. I know the first game I think it was a preseason game, so I think we were playing. I want to say Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. The
It's
excitement.
amazing.
I don't really get too nervous, but just like so much excitement can almost like just build that like adrenaline and nerves a little bit. So, you know,
It never gets old, right?
Yeah, it never gets old.
Never gets old. All right, going into the second season, training camp coming up, your position, which is so important. What are your hopes and dreams for the season?
Obviously, I want to see our team do well. I want to be able to win a Super Bowl, especially, before in my time here in New Orleans. However long that is, but just to make an impact and just, one of my goals in college was to leave the place better than I found it and be able to change the program, and so just being here in New Orleans now is just to, build off that and just make this team better than I found it. However that looks. But obviously, the big goal is to win a Super Bowl.
Very good. Well, Jonas, thank you for being with us. Best wishes for the rest of the summer as you get into training camp, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the Caesars Superdome.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right, we're here with Jamie Meeks. Jamie is the Director of Sports Nutrition for the New Orleans Saints, and we're so happy that you're able to join us today.
Thanks for inviting me.
We're coming here from the Media Center for the Saints. It's an exciting day for everybody.
It is.
All right, so tell me, Jamie, you've got players who are all sizes, all shapes, a 300-pound lineman, a 190-pound tight end. Do they eat the same thing?
So I would say the types of food, yes. It's just the quantity that's the big difference. Yeah.
And I've seen the layout at the nutrition center.
Mm-hmm.
They have all types of food available, correct?
We have so many stations. We have a grill where they can get everything made for them right there, grilled chicken, grilled steak, salmon, made to order, burgers, things like that. Then we have our hotline, which usually consists of 3 different proteins, a chicken, a beef, and a fish. And we like to stay local with our fish and seafood. Then we do 2 starches and 3 vegetables, and then we have an action station, which is like a theme station. That's different every day. Then we have our deli as well, and then salad bar, fruit, all the fixings.
So does it change throughout the week during practice, or it's pretty much consistent each day? The varieties are
Right.
what
So
they are?
it's consistent in, I would say, like the types, like the different, like making sure that we have different types of proteins and starches, et cetera. But for example, on our heavy days, which we like to call green days, which is their heavy running, heavy lifting days, we go heavy on the carbs on that day, just to make sure that they're replenishing what they
Is there a
burned.
player favorite?
They love their wings day.
Okay.
They love wings.
All types of wings like we get normally out there in the
So
consumer world?
Right. Our cafeteria, they do a phenomenal job of switching it up, and they do some grilled ones, they do some smoked ones, they'll do some fried ones sometimes. So, yeah.
And usually a dozen wings?
you'll see a plate full for some guys.
I can't imagine. It's not just about adding weight, right? I mean, for instance, as you said, you've got to fuel what their activity is.
Exactly.
So they come in, and some of them are in different regimens. Some want to get the weight on. Some of them want to maintain their weight.
That's right.
And
yeah.
you work with each one individually.
Yep, everybody is individualized. And like you said, not everybody's trying to put on weight. Not everybody's trying to lose weight. It's maintaining. If anything, they're just trying to maximize their lean mass and make sure that their fat mass doesn't go up. If anything, that goes down and lean mass goes up.
Now, during off season, are you also working with them? Do they come to you and say, what should I be eating when I'm not around the Saints facility?
Yeah, so typically at the end of the season, they'll come to us and ask for a plan for the off season. And so my assistant Meredith and I will put together individual plans for each one of them, and we have a program where they can have it right on their phone, on an app, and they can log everything, they can take pictures, and it's right there in their hand.
So they're getting constant advice and consult from you and Meredith and,
Yes.
and the organization. Well, that's good. It's like having a full-time nutritionist
Right in your pocket.
in your kitchen.
Exactly.
Now, you're not just dealing with nutrition, you're also dealing with hydration, blood work, sleep, recovery.
Exactly.
All of that. So a complete action plan.
Yeah, total wellness.
Yeah, how do you work with the team doctors on that? Is that something that you'll set up in the beginning of the season?
Yeah, we work hand in hand with our team docs, our athletic trainers, even strength staff, performance staff. Right now, actually, they're doing their physicals, and so what will happen is we'll get their blood results, and we'll look at those, look at any outliers, see if there's any deficiencies. If so, we'll make sure to see what their diets are currently, if we need to adjust, and then also supplement.
Very good. You know, one of the questions we like to ask our players when they come into the show is, their favorite foods. I have to say that some of them might say fried shrimp or fried chicken. Do you try to discount that sort of service? Is that part of the okayed menu item?
I am a total in moderation type of dietitian, and there are some teams or sports that don't even allow fryers in their facilities. We do. Now, we don't fry a lot, but we do have it for those special occasions. Moderation is key, because if you just take something away totally, they're going to go find it somewhere else, probably in a bigger amount.
Yeah, like they'll find those wings somewhere.
They'll find
right?
them.
They'll find those wings somewhere. Talk about the beverage consumption, the importance of mineral water, Gatorade, things of that sort.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that important
Yeah.
as opposed to regular water that we all consume?
Right. And water, in my eyes, water is water, but making sure that they are incorporating beverages that have a high electrolyte content, especially sodium, since that's what their sweat is mostly consisted of, is sodium. You'll see a lot of electrolyte drinks that have potassium and magnesium, but you're not really losing a lot of those minerals. You're losing sodium. So we carry a lot of products, different types, because everybody has their own preference, stuff like Gatorade and a few others, to make sure that they are replenishing what they are losing.
Yeah. You've been in this position since 2015. We're talking now 11 plus years. What's changed when you first landed with the Saints from a standpoint of nutrition development and just the overall care and feeding, so to speak?
Yeah, it has evolved tremendously. I mean, from my first year, I remember doing a team talk, and I asked the team, hey, how many of you have worked with a dietitian when you were in college? And I counted 5 guys. And now it's the entire room, because all colleges and universities do employ full-time dietitians. And so they're knowledgeable about it. They know about it. They're aware, and they come to the league now with some sort of knowledge about, hey, nutrition is actually part of my regimen, a part of my training.
Very good. So as a mom, you're probably watching the nutrition intake of your family members. What do you tell us regular fans what we should be doing? Or, in New Orleans, that's tough, right?
Yes, I know. Born and raised here, so I get it.
Not
I get
that
the
you pass
culture.
judgment on folks, but
No,
you're like,
no
"Do you
judgment
really wanna go
whatsoever.
there?"
My husband always says, it's good for the soul. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I kind of live by that. And like I said earlier, it's moderation. You have to make sure that 80-90% of the time that you are choosing those good, lean, whole foods, but have fun. You have to live your life too.
Yeah.
And so
moderation. That seems to be the key here.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you. You came out of LSU. Understand that you were part of the 2007 national championship game. What was that like?
Yeah. So I was a cheerleader for LSU from all my 4 years. My husband as well, and got to cheer at the national championship in 2007. Also the men's Final Four. It's been a while since our men been to the Final Four, but that was a great experience.
Are you looking forward to the LSU season this year?
Yes,
With a lot of,
I am. There's a lot
excitement.
of a lot of excitement there, so
A
I'm
lot of
excited
talk.
to see.
Coach Ogeron back, and
I saw that. That's exciting.
That is
He just
great.
brings that extra energy
all right.
to the
So
room.
here we are, getting ready for the season to begin. Anything new developing in your world around feeding of the players and their overall nutrition?
Yeah, I would say we're doing a lot more tracking and watching trends of guys, both from a weight standpoint, a body fat, lean mass standpoint, hydration. We're tracking it along with our performance strength staff. Really big on the science part of it, and it can help tailor what we suggest and recommend to our players when it comes to their specific plans.
Very good, and looking forward to a pretty exciting season,
Yeah.
including taking the team across the pond to France.
Yes, we're packing right now. as
Are you
as we
really?
speak.
You're
As
getting
we
ready.
speak, yes.
You're getting ready. Well, thank you. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and you're a key part of that. And we thank you for the work that you do.
Yeah,
keeping
it's
our
great.
players as healthy as possible, well fed in a city that is known for its food, making sure that they can still enjoy their gumbos and the fresh seafood, as you say. You
Exactly.
include a
I
lot
tell
of
them, I'm
fresh
like, look,
seafood.
when you first get here, you don't need to go crazy because it's going to be there all throughout the year. So you don't need to do the freshman 15 right when you get here.
Now, is crawfish part of their menu?
So our rookies, for sure, they do their crawfish boil with Fred McAfee and the Touchdown Club. So that's where they learn to peel crawfish and get introduced to that world. We don't really do boiled crawfish on the line just because of what it entails. Lots of space, lots of mess. But we do a lot of Louisiana dishes, especially on Mondays, red beans and rice. We do catfish, fried catfish on Fridays with gumbo as well. And we'll throw in some etouffee and jambalaya in there as well.
I got to ask this question before we let you go. Everyone says breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Is that true with the Saints?
For these guys, yes. Because their days are so long and because their calorie needs are so high, they need to start earlier in the day so they're not backloading their calories. And since they practice midday, if they're skipping out on one meal, their energy is more than likely to dip as well.
Okay. I've got to ask the director of sports nutrition for the Saints, what is your favorite po' boy?
Ooh, fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp.
Totally dressed?
Totally dressed.
You have
That's right.
a favorite place you like to get that?
Really anywhere.
Yeah.
Quarterview right there in Metairie, they have a really, really good one.
Okay,
Won't
I've
lie,
heard of that
yeah.
on Clearview, right?
On Clearview.
That's great. Well, it's probably like asking your favorite child, right? Your favorite restaurant. But
Exactly.
thank you so much. And I think, again, in discussions with you, it shows that there's a lot going on in the field, but the performance, the recovery, the overall well-being of the player is so important to ensure a winning team. So
Yeah.
thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Jamie, really appreciate your time with us today.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
And now for This Week in New Orleans, let's go to April Dupre.
Thanks so much, Mark. Here's where to eat, drink, and play this week in New Orleans. Juneteenth falls on Friday, and there are so many ways to honor the day across New Orleans. You can check out NOLA Juneteenth Fest in Congo Square, visit the New Orleans African American Museum, or look to Ashe Cultural Arts Center for more ways to recognize the holiday. This week, build your own Black-owned food tour around the city. In Treme, Dookie Chase's is always a meaningful stop with gumbo, fried chicken, and deep roots in New Orleans history. Nearby, Addis brings Ethiopian flavor to Bayou Road, and Lil Dizzy's is the kind of place where the fried chicken gets the headlines, but don't you sleep on that mac and cheese. If you're in Mid-City, Queen Trini Lisa's doubles are a must, while Neo's Creole Cafe keeps it classic with soul food favorites. And if you're making it in Uptown Uptown Night, Dakar NOLA offers a full dining experience built around Senegalese flavors, storytelling, and of course, community. It's a great time to support Black-owned spots that bring people together over a cool beverage. Start with Jewel of the South, an award-winning French Quarter cocktail bar known for its classic New Orleans feel, thoughtful service, and one of the best bar programs in the city. Over in the CBD, Baroness on Barone is a great spot for a night out with lounge energy, house cocktails, and a space that is too easy to settle into. For a daytime option, Chapter 4 comes from the Chase family and carries forward a legacy rooted in food, hospitality, and community. And if you're looking for something with a little more after-hours energy, Whiskey and Six brings cocktails, cigars, and a back patio that is built for hanging out a little longer than planned. Whether you're celebrating dad, a grandfather, a father figure, or someone who has always shown up for you, this is your reminder to think beyond the last-minute gift card. If he's a reader, start at Octavia Books, where the staff can help you find the right pick, whether he's into history, fiction, architecture, or just a really good story. For the dad who loves the kitchen, the bar cart, or anything with a little nostalgia, check out Season for cookware, barware, and vintage finds. NOLA Boards is another great stop for custom cutting boards, cocktail shakers, local honey, and culinary gifts that actually get used. And if a good bottle is more of his style, really nice wines can help you find something special. From there, make a day of it. Visit the Historic New Orleans Collection or the National World War II Museum, or take a ride on the Steamboat Natchez. If you want to keep it outside, spread out under the oaks at City Park, walk through Audubon Park, or head to the Fly for river views, a Mississippi breeze, and an easy stop at the Batcher or Miss River Market nearby. For more information on where to eat, drink, and play this week, visit neworleans.com. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, April. There's a lot going on in the city, as usual. And now for something positively New Orleans. As we celebrate Father's Day, we pause to honor the men who have shaped our lives. Not only fathers, but stepfathers, grandfathers, and all those who have stepped forward to guide, teach, protect, and love. Our fathers' influence is often measured not by grand speeches or public recognition, but by the quiet moments, teaching us right from wrong, showing up when it matters most, offering wisdom when we seek it, and strength when we need it. Fathers help us find our footing in the world. They teach us responsibility, resilience, integrity, and the importance of keeping our word. I have been especially blessed by the men in my own family. My grandfathers, Jeff Collins and C.C. Romig, were extraordinary role models. Through their example, they showed our family what character, hard work, faith, and devotion looked like. Their lessons continue to echo through the generations. My father, Jerry, was simply the GOAT, the greatest of all time in my eyes. He led with love, humility, humor, and an unwavering commitment to his family. Like so many fathers, he left footprints that are impossible to fill, but impossible to miss. The values he instilled continue to guide us every day. In fact, one day, one of my siblings asked Dad why he did not play golf. His answer was pretty simple: because your mother and your brothers and sisters are my favorite hobby. He showed us daily how much he valued our family. Today, I also look to my brother Jay, who has become the patriarch of our family. He has raised 3 wonderful children and now enjoys the blessing of being a grandfather himself. Watching him lead his family with patience, wisdom, and love reminds me that the legacy of a great father never ends. It simply passes from one generation to the next. This goes true for my brothers-in-law Matt Philman and Cecil Haskins, all outstanding dads as well. The truth is, we are better because of our dads. We are stronger because they believed in us. We are wiser because they taught us. And we are more loving because they loved us first. So today, let us honor every father, stepfather, grandfather, and father figure. May we thank them for their sacrifices, celebrate their devotion, and cherish the countless ways they have enriched our lives. To all the dads who have gone before us, to those who are with us today, and to those still raising the next generation, we thank you We love you, and we are better because of you. And that's Positively New Orleans. That's our show for this week. Thanks to our incredible guests and to all of you for watching and listening. And a special thanks to our sponsors, Blue Runner Foods, New Orleans & Company, our friends at Visit the North Shore, and their podcast, All the Waves. Go check it out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for all of our new videos. We'll see you next week.